Lion Gold Eyes is the very last song on my album Found Him Alive EP. This song again was written for a songwriting class. We were challenged to tell a story through a song, and I really fell in love with it. I've always just connected with the story of Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe, specifically Edmund, and I'm like, man, if I was in that book, I would be Edmund, 100%. So while telling the story, I wanted to like evoke the feeling or just pull like from my own life experience and kind of say it how I would sing it or how I'd say it if I was in the story. The very first line I got for this song was, "Have you heard of the boy who was sentenced to die and was saved by the mouth of a lion?" I love the way that it immediately would grab your attention. It feels very like forceful. You're like, wait, a boy sentenced to die. It just all feels off. And then he's saved by a lion's mouth, like what? And I love that it's such an aggressive line and it's over like this like kind of little waltzy feel. It was fun to like put the narrative arcs of the story but strip back all the details that were unnecessary so that if no one had ever heard of the story, they could just understand it from the song. And then with that, it was fun to sprinkle in little like little Easter eggs or little lines that people might catch if they've heard the story that would just remind them of the story again. Part of that was like, how his crime stained the snow. I don't mention that he's in a land of snow, but it just kind of evokes that. I love his heart turned to stone, just like the White Witch in the story would turn people to stone. The very ending of the song, I knew I wanted to almost like twist it in a way of like, maybe you've been listening to Edmund this whole time. The other thing is I love the way that it wraps up my whole album, kind of like telling my story through this fictional story. And I love the way that it just ends because I cry a lot just based on seeing the Lion Gold Eyes or seeing my savior, how he came through for me. I can't really live any day without crying when I think about it. So, there you go. That's why that ended that way. Huge shout out to my friend Matt Schwan, who offered to play piano. It's incredible. I tried to do a version with just me playing and singing, and it was I'm not the best piano player, and I couldn't concentrate on singing, so thank you, Matt.